We've got a question, a live question from Gavin. Hi Martin, for the relationship statements, do I have to use statutory declarations form, or can I just write on Word and print with a signature and date? The structure of the relationship statements on Veazy is dissimilar to the hierarchy order of the form. So if we're talking about the initial partner visa application, so if you're submitting the first stage partner visa application, so the onshore 820 or the offshore 309 or the prospective marriage visa, so if this is the first time you're submitting a partner visa application and it's not the permanent partner visa, okay, so you haven't been invited to apply for the permanent partner visa, so we're just talking about the first time you apply, there's no need to write statutory declarations. Okay, so a stat dec is a very formal way to make a declaration. All we encourage our clients, because to write a stat dec, you need to go and get that witnessed, by an appropriate person. That can be time consuming and not necessarily easy to do during COVID restrictions. Now it's a bit easier, but for a long period there, wasn't that simple to get your signature witnessed on a stat dec. But despite that, even if it was simple to get a stat dec witnessed, we would still suggest that that's overkill. It's going a bit over the top. A signed relationship statement, following the examples and the guides that you have access to, is perfectly acceptable and sufficient to explain your relationship aspects and the history and your milestones and your future plans together as a couple. And that becomes your statements. It's not a statutory declaration because you're not using the Commonwealth stat dec form to write your relationship statement. You're just writing on a Word document, as you've indicated, Gavin. That being said, there's nothing wrong with writing your relationship statements on a stat dec. It just beefs it up a little bit, makes it more formal. But as I've said, it's not necessary, and it's not how we typically will prepare a partner visa. We don't go and get our clients to write stat decs for their relationship statements. Signed relationship statements are effectively very similar, but a lot easier to execute because you don't need to go anywhere to get things signed. You can just write it and sign it, and then that's your statement. Okay, hope that answers that question, Kevin.